So you just finished a new single or a new album. You've produced it to perfection, you've mixed it, you've mastered it, you even designed the artwork, and you got everything done in between so that you're ready for release. But as you get ready for release, you're starting to think about the other stuff, the marketing. How are you going to get people to listen to this new project that you've just created? Well, in today's video, I've partnered up with DistroKid to talk about all kinds of new marketing features that they've implemented onto their platform and how they can help you ultimately get more people to listen to your music and become a fan of your art. Are you ready? Let's go. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy 5-Piece, producer and engineer extraordinaire. And if you've watched my past videos, you know that I love using DistroKid to release my music. And I've also been working with a lot of artists who I've put onto that platform as well. It's a really great distribution service that'll get your music onto Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, and pretty much all the major DSPs that you want your music to be available on, because that's where people are ultimately consuming music nowadays. They're not listening to CDs and stuff like that. They're going on to Spotify to ultimately check out your products. Now, I don't want to get fully into why you should be signing up with DistroKid or how they work and all that stuff. This video is really going to be focused on these new marketing features they have. However, I've shot a few videos on their services in the past, and I'll leave a link to one above. So if you want to learn more about their service, if you're completely new to it, definitely click the link above and check it out so you can learn more and get some more background before continuing with this video. And one key reason why I like DistroKid is they're very value driven. I love the economics of working with them. As an example, a lot of distribution platforms, they either want you to work with them and they won't charge you up front, but they'll take, a large percentage fee, 15, 20% or so, to ultimately do stuff with your music, get it onto these platforms. And then other services, they'll actually charge you per release, so you'll pay them up front, but then you're going to be doing it for every single release. So if you release a lot of music in a year, it's not really that economical. You'll end up paying a lot of money, and then you're gonna have to continue to pay this money every time you want to release a new song. Now, DistroKid, I like them because they almost have a subscription-based model where you pay a flat annual fee depending on what you want, and ultimately you're going to get access to all their features. Your music is going to stay up on these platforms, and honestly, if you're releasing more than 2 or 3 songs a year, it's way more economical than a lot of the competition, and best of all, you're keeping 100% of your money, and that's why I like to work with them. Now, one thing that they've done recently is they've really stepped up their marketing features, and they've implemented a whole bunch of dope stuff that you can now use yourself. So stuff that you're seeing these bigger artists use on major labels, now artists like us who work with DistroKid, who distribute our music through their platform, have access to these same features and even more, and I'm sure there's more rolling out as well. But keep in mind that not everything is going to be available to you. It's going to depend on the plan that you're on, and they have multiple tiers of pricing available, so I'll be sure to mention whether or not it's going to be included or if it's something that you have to pay extra for when I bring up each point. So let's start with the first thing that they've introduced, which I think is really, really cool. Now, the first feature they've introduced is the Spotify Canvas option for artists that distribute music through DistroKid. So through DistroKid, you're going to be able to gain access to your Spotify for artists. I've already got mine open here, and if you navigate to your music and you pick a release that was distributed through DistroKid, what you're going to ultimately be able to do is you're going to be able to add a canvas, and you're basically going to be able to upload a video that will basically play in the background on Spotify whenever someone clicks on your song. So when somebody's going to listen to your song, instead of just seeing your cover art, they're going to see a very brief, I think 8-second clip that'll essentially play over and over again. It could be 3 to 8 seconds, I suppose, but depending on what you want to display, it'll be playing in the background the whole time. And this just looks much more interesting than if you were to just have your static artwork playing, right? So I know you may have noticed when you're listening to certain artists, almost all of their videos or all of their songs have a video playing using this Canvas feature. And now that we have access to it as a DistroKid artist, I think that's really amazing. And I definitely recommend that if you're an artist that is using DistroKid, you take advantage of this feature by going in through your Spotify for artists. Now, aside from this, if you notice, they have this new goodies menu, and there's a whole bunch of great stuff here. And we're going to particularly look at the promote yourself and the enhance your music sections. By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, I want to ask if you could please like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification below, hit the thumbs up if you're liking what you're seeing so far, and definitely drop me a comment. This really means a lot to me. It goes a long way, and by you doing these things, it helps more people see my channel, see my content, and that helps us reach more people and do better in the long run. I'm definitely looking to continue to provide value to you guys. If you could just do those few small things for me, that would be amazing, and I'd really appreciate it. So let's take a look here at this first menu, the promote yourself. And some things you may already be familiar with, such as the hyperfollow. This just basically creates a landing page to grow your fan base, right? So a landing page that'll let you pre-save and access songs, and it's really, really helpful. But now what they've done is they've introduced a couple of new features, such as this mini videos and Vizy video generator addition. So for example, if I look at the mini videos here, I can basically create a short customized video that features my album art through DistroKid. So it's basically creating content for me that I can then save and share onto my platforms. It's very easy. You just choose the template that you want and ultimately set it up, right? So this is definitely one really cool option that they're giving us, and you could create your own announcement. You can make sure you customize things. You can choose how much of the song that you want to play, and when you're done, it'll generate it for you. You can add it to your social media or share it wherever you want to share it, and now you have another piece of content that'll help people ultimately discover your music or listen to it for the first time, or maybe just continue to promote what you're promoting. Another thing that they have is this Vizy video generator. Now, unlike the mini videos, the Vizy generator is not free. This is an additional thing that you do have to pay for, but it just creates really cool videos for you that'll help promote your songs. So much like the mini videos, it has a whole bunch of templates that you can work with and, you know, just use and customize to ultimately promote your release. It's very, very similar to the mini video, obviously, but it's a little bit different in the sense that they have more, you know, high-end designs, more intricate designs that are just going to stand out and make you look a lot better in comparison to some of the, you know, other artists that are out there who are putting out junky content. So again, this is really much a content focused thing, and it's really dope, really great way to continue to promote your releases. If I go back to the goodies menu and I go back to the promote yourself tab, they have a promo cards feature now, and you're going to basically just choose a release, generate your promo card. And again, this is another piece of content that this will ultimately create for you and that you can then use to promote your release or announce that something is coming or announce that something is out. And you can see how it's just automatically implementing and creating, you know, different designs based on the cover art. And I love this. It's just completely automated. My Wi-Fi connection is a little trash right now, so otherwise this would probably be loading a lot faster. But as you can tell, we're getting a very clean, aesthetically pleasing piece of artwork that otherwise you would have to go into Photoshop and do all these additional steps to create. This will create it for you in a matter of seconds, you know what I mean? And chances are when you do it, it'll be a lot faster because again, I'm not on the best Wi-Fi connection here at the studio. But you can see how amazing this looks, right? Like, I really like this one, Waves. Totally ties into the theme of my artwork just by coincidence, you know? And I'm not sure if they just automatically knew that or if it's just a coincidence. I like to think it's a coincidence. But yeah, you see how this is just super dope and helpful for, you know, creating more content to promote your release. And as a heads up, this promo card feature is also free. So the mini videos and the promo cards are free. The Vizy generator, that's the one that you ultimately have to pay for separately. But, you know, you don't have to use it. You have these other features that are completely free and included with pretty much all of the membership options that you have on DistroKid. So I just wanted to point that out really quick. Now, DistroKid's implemented a couple of outreach-related features that I think are really cool. Let's start with the free one, which is Upstream first. And Upstream is essentially a matchmaking service that's going to help artists and record labels connect, okay? So it's going to basically share, you know, your information. So it'll share your streaming information and how your music is performing with labels, and it'll ultimately bridge the gap. So if you're somebody that's not really living in a place where it's easy to connect with other individuals, or if you're looking to pitch your music to labels and more, you know, higher ups in the music industry, they're bridging the gap here completely. DistroKid. I live in Toronto, so, you know, even though it's COVID, it's still a hub city, just like Atlanta, just like New York. But maybe you're in a smaller town, or you're somewhere a little bit further from a city or a major populace, and you're having a hard time connecting and networking. You can join Upstream, and it'll ultimately allow you to, you know, pitch music and just get contact information, stuff like that. Help you connect to these labels that might ultimately help you find new opportunities, right? So I'm definitely interested to seeing how this goes. I'm about to sign up myself and just pitch some music and see where it leads. But I think this is a very helpful feature. One of those things that's free and you have nothing to lose, only upside on it. So I definitely recommend checking that out for sure. Now, the other outreach feature that they've implemented is Social Phone. Now, unlike Upstream, which is free, Social Phone is another paid feature, but it's very interesting. It's essentially text-based marketing, right? So right now, I do a lot of email marketing personally. I love email marketing. Everybody has an email address. But the thing is, everybody knows a person who, when you see their phone, you see their email, it says like 10 million emails unopened, right? Not everybody opens their emails. But the thing is, with text messages, most people, I don't know the exact stat, I want to say like 97, 98% of people open up every single text message, even just from the perspective of they don't want to see the notification. They just want to open it to get rid of it. It has an amazing open rate. Actually, here, it says it right here, 98%, where only 2% of followers see your post on social. So this is very interesting. What it's really suggesting is you use this feature to market to your audience, right? And you don't want to just randomly message people. You're going to ultimately build a list. Usually you're going to offer some sort of value on that list, collect these text numbers, so I collect people's phone numbers, and then send them unique messages, maybe customizing the name, like, hey, Bill, check out this new single I just dropped, or hey, Susan, I'm dropping a new song on Friday. Here you can pre-save, and you send the hyperfollow link from DistroKid. So it's creating this really amazing ecosystem, and yes, there is an additional fee on this, but I really do think that text marketing may be the future. I think we're still very early on in it, and people are a lot more accustomed to email, but you go to a lot of places, they're going to email, or they're going to text you, I should say, marketing information. A lot of places, stores, you go, they ask you for your phone number, and then you might start getting text messages from them all of a sudden. It's because they're aware that texts have a better open rate, and they may actually lead to better conversions with a lower cost than email marketing, which is more of the traditional approach that people are taking. I think either way, as long as you're using text or email, or likely a combination of both, you're definitely going to have better results than if you're not using either at all. So I highly recommend you check out this really cool feature that they've implemented as well. And there still is one other feature that I want to talk about. If you go to your music releases and you upload your lyrics, which you can do now, you can now create synced lyrics. I still have to finish doing this. It'll take a little bit to fully get them synced up. You have to spend a little bit of time on it. But ultimately, you're going to be able to get your lyrics to coincide and pop up on things like Instagram and other social media. So as an example, I'm going to put a little video right here, right now, that shows you what this looks like. Most of us have seen what this looks like, but whenever a song is playing, the lyrics are appearing and queuing up at the same time. And it's just a nice, cool way to get your song shared, have a little bit more of an interesting experience with your listener. When they're listening, they could see the lyrics, hearing the song in real time, and ultimately, share your song with other people who may not have experienced it before. So I think this is a really cool new feature that they're implementing as well. And all of these features are live now. So if you're on DistroKid, you can just go in, sign up, or create these things, start doing these things. I've shown you how to do a few of them, but most of them are underneath this goodies menu. Now, if we go to enhance, this is also where you'll find the lyrics. You can also do your credits and other items that are, have traditionally been there in the past. But a lot of this new stuff is under the promote yourself tab and under the enhance your music tab. So, definitely recommend checking out these new features and implementing them. I think they're all going to be valuable, to be honest. You should be taking advantage of all of these, especially the free ones, but maybe you see some additional value in the paid ones. And, if that makes sense for you, definitely check them out and do that as well. I want to thank DistroKid, and as a thank you for you, DistroKid has given me a special link that'll give you a slight discount on when you sign up for your first year. There's different plans and different things that you could sign up for, and as I mentioned, not all of these things are free. A lot of them are, but there's a few of them that do have an additional cost. But I definitely recommend that you check out the link below if you want to sign up with DistroKid and get the best value today. All right. Appreciate you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share once again. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see in a future video, and I'm looking forward to helping you guys again soon. All right. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
5